Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be testing out a full face of new makeup. Well, new makeup to me anyway. Some of the stuff has been out for a little bit, but like I said, it is new to me. So if you would like to see me test out some makeup products, please keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to be trying out for primer is this L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Illuminating Primer. So on the back of it, it said it smooths and refines canvas, glowing primer, illuminates and hydrates skin for a glow finish. They did have a Infallible Pro Matte version of this as well, but I'm more on the dry side, so I went for the glow one, or the illuminating one. If I remember right, yeah. So it does have like a little bit of a pink tint to it. Ooh, it feels really feels like a thick cream. And it does not feel like silicone-y at all. Silicone obviously is not a word, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like silicone, kind of like the Smashbox primer that feels like straight silicone. This one doesn't. This one feels like a thick moisturizer. I'm not sure if it really gave me too much of a glow. I do have like a glowy moisturizer on underneath it, so maybe that's why I can't really tell, but so far I like this. I love that it was like a thick cream. So I'm not going to be trying out a new foundation today because I like to do like dedicated videos for my foundation first impressions. So I'm just going to go in with something that I know that I love, and it's the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation, and this is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. So I'm just going to put that all over my face with my damp sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be trying out these Nye Creme highlights. They look like this. I found mine at Namie's. So this first one I have right here is an extra light, and it just comes in this little pot that you twist off the top. And this one looks like it has a little bit of like a pinky shade to it. So maybe we could try this as like a salmon under eye corrector. That's what I'm gonna try. They do feel really thick and really drying, like when I go like this. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna pat that underneath my eye. The formula of this reminds me of the first round of Anastasia cream contour kits, how they were kind of like drying. That's what this reminds me of. Then I'm gonna go over, so like I said, this one has kind of like a little pink tint to it. So now I'm gonna take the Zero Ultra Light. It's kind of like I have to like warm it up first, and I'm just gonna press that on top. And I don't think these were very expensive. I'll have everything listed below. It feels really lightweight. Like, I thought it was gonna be like super thick. I know I'm doing like a really crappy job like applying this, but I plan on going over it with my sponge. So, and then I'm just gonna put some extra on my lids, and I'm gonna build this up just a little bit right here, because I know when I go over it with my sponge, the sponge is gonna take a lot of it. But I really like these oh my gosh, I look crazy. I really like these highlights though. So now I'm just gonna go over it with my sponge. I really like how it's like giving me a really bright under eye, almost too bright. So it blended out really nicely with my finger, and it's blending out really nicely with the sponge. But I feel like this is one of those products that you have to apply with your finger first, because you have to kind of like warm it up. So that's what it looks like. I'm actually really surprised. I did not think that I was going to like it, but I really do. I kind of want to see if they have some cream contour shades that I can try. But speaking of cream contouring, I picked this up from Walmart, I believe. This is the Covergirl Trublend Contour Palette, and I'm pretty sure I bought the shade Light, but I'm not sure. It doesn't say. This is what it looks like. It looks really, really nice. So it comes with a cream highlight, a contour shade, and a bronzer shade. So I'm just going to take my Real Technique sculpting brush, and I'm just going to like dip in there a few times and see if that did anything. Ooh, I like, it's like the right amount of gray undertone. Ooh. I like this too. Really good. I guess I'm just gonna try out a little bit of the bronzer because I have another bronzer I want to try, but the other bronzer might be a good like topper for this cream bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer, same brush, and I always apply my cream bronzers kind of like a blush. It's not super pigmented, but that's like a good thing because I would rather have to build up than it be like overly pigmented and I can't like take it away, you know what I mean? I like it. It's giving me like, this palette is giving me kind of like natural bronzer and contour vibes. Like I really, really like it. It makes my skin look really nice too. That looks pretty good. This is like the perfect brush to fit in here too. And I'm just gonna take my Artis Oval 3 brush. I'm gonna go into the middle contour shade and I'm just gonna contour my nose. I really like this palette. And I always load up on the nose contour and then I just blend it out with a sponge. Now I'm just gonna go over everything with the sponge just to make sure everything is like nicely blended together. If you've always wanted to try cream contouring and bronzing, I think this would be a good palette for you because it's not like overly pigmented, and as you can see, it blended out really nice and it's affordable. So I would definitely check it out. Good job, Covergirl. Like I have a couple Covergirl products in this video, I think, but I feel like Covergirl is super underrated. Like not a lot of people talk about them. The only thing I ever hear people talk about from Covergirl is the Covergirl Healthy Elixir Foundation. So this does come with a cream highlight, so I figured we could try that as well. I'm just gonna use my ring finger to apply that. And this looks like it's gonna be a pretty natural highlight as well. I'm like not even kidding. I really, really like this palette. Ooh, see? Oh my gosh. That'd be cool if they came out with another like cream palette and then added a cream blush to this. So they kept these 3 shades and then just added a cream blush. I would be all over that. I guess I'm just gonna use this kind of like a base for my powder highlight that I have. It's very natural but still really pretty. I really like how everything looks so far. The foundation with the concealer and that cream contour, I feel like it looks really good. So I'm done with all my cream products, so I figured we could try out this Flower Beauty translucent powder. And I think the container is really cute. Flower Beauty is now available at Ulta, which is awesome because before you could only get it at Walmart. So on the top you get a little poof and then, okay. Dang, I hope I didn't just waste a bunch of it. So apparently, like a cloud of powder now. Apparently this thing comes straight out. I don't know if I like that. I mean, that would be good to stick your sponge directly into if you wanted to bake, but I did not want to do that. So be careful when you take off this part. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna really like this packaging, so I'm just thinking like, am I supposed to dump it? Like when I go like this, there's gonna be a bunch of product like in the lid. I guess so. Okay, I'm just gonna pour some in there. Interesting. I never really use these, so I'm just gonna set that to the side. So I'm just gonna go underneath real quick and get out those wrinkles before I set. Ooh, that creased really bad on my lid. So I've been really trying not to put any powder on the corner of my eye when I set my concealer because then it just like makes my eyes water the rest of the day, or like the whole time I have makeup on. So I've been really trying not to do that. Okay, now I'm just going to use my Sigma tapered highlighting brush, and I'm just going to dip into what I put in the cap and then just lightly set, man, this is like getting everywhere. Lightly set my under eyes with this. It's weird. It's like a thinner formula than the RCMA. Like, if you've tried the RCMA no color powder, it's kind of like a creamy powder, if that makes any sense. This one just feels more like drier and lightweight. And then I'm just gonna switch over to my Sonia Kashuk powder brush, and I'm just gonna dip in there again, kind of like swirl around and tap it. Oh my gosh, this powder is probably the messiest powder I think I've ever used. So that's like a big downside. But I'm just gonna lightly set the rest of my face. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if you could, can you see? Look, it looks like something's on fire. Yeah, this powder is like super messy, I feel. Ooh, I mean, it made my skin feel really nice. So for brows, I'm going to be trying out this little brow kit from Benefit. It's the Bigger and Bolder Brows. So this comes with a brow stencil, which I'm not going to use because I just eyeball my brows, and then it has like the little stencils that you can put on this little thing. You know what else this would be good for? Like a lash guard when you want to do like somebody else's mascara or your own. This also comes with Highbrow, which I have tried before and I really like it. And then it comes with the Ka-Brow, and this says it's the cream gel brow, and it says it's just in shade 1, but it kind of looks like a caramel shade. So this little part here is a brush, and then the pomade's in the bottom, and then it comes with the, if I can get it out, Ready Set Brow, so a clear brow gel as well. So I think like I'm gonna hold on to these little containers. I have the other one too, which was in my full face of first impressions video before this one. I used the other one of these, and I love these containers. I think they're super cute and like vintage feeling. So I'm gonna save them and like put them on my shelves. But I really think this little brow stencil thing would be nice if you freelanced, or if you were just having like a difficult time trying to do your brows. I think this would be really handy. So I'm just gonna go in with this guy. So you just pull up the top, and there's a teeny tiny little brush, and then you just twist off the base, and there's your product. So it's, I mean, to me it just looks like a caramel blonde shade. And the only downside to this, which is cool that you get the brush in with the pomade, so you don't have to worry about bringing a brush, but I still need a spoolie, so that's the only downside. Just gonna brush my brows up. I really like this brush, it's so small. I always use my Anastasia brow brush, but this is even smaller than that, so. I need a bigger desk to film on because I've got like stuff like bouncing on top of each other, and then sometimes if I don't pay attention and I bump my desk, everything falls on the floor. Maybe it's just the shade, but I don't feel like this brow gel is very pigmented. I think I'm gonna switch to my Anastasia brow brush because this little brush is gonna take me forever. Okay, much better. That little brush was just gonna take way too long. It's a little bit different of a shade than I would normally pick. I always go for like taupey colors, and like I said, this one is more like of a caramel blonde shade, but I don't think it really looks that bad. So I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy to my brows. No, I feel like my brows look different in every single video. Like, can't get it together, but I think it looks okay. I am gonna carve out the bottom of my brows with that highbrow, so this brow was way easier and looks way better, but. So yeah, I really love the product on the inside. I'm not a big fan of the brush because I thought I would like it because it is small, but it just took forever, so I'm not a really big fan of the brush, but I do like the pomade. So now I'm going to use the highbrow, and this is just a brow like highlighter, I guess. I'm not going to use it for the top of my brow because it's kind of like a pink shade, but I do like it for the bottom of my brows. And then I'm just going to use a flat shader brush and just blend that out. And whatever is left, I'm just gonna go over the top lightly. And I feel like I just wiped off half my brow. Cool! I'm just going to fix the tail of my brow with this ColourPop pencil, which is probably too dark, but... I think that looks okay. I really like the shade of that pomade. I did not think I was going to. Now I'm just going to use the Ready Set Brow, and this is weird. Look at that. It's like a flat wand. Yeah, I don't know if I really like this brow gel. I mean, this would probably be something I would grab if I ran out of the stuff that I really like. Moving on to bronzer, we're going to be trying out the Covergirl Trublend bronzer. This only comes in one shade, so that kind of sucks, but I want to try this out, and I'm going to be applying it with this big old bronzer brush I found at Walmart. It's huge, but I really like it. This bronzer does have like a little bit of shimmer in it, which I don't mind. I feel like this is blending out really nicely on top of everything. I bet it was that Flower Beauty powder. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Yeah, I really like this too. I don't know how many skin tones this would work for, but I think fair, light to maybe even medium it would work for, but I don't know about deeper skin tones unless they come out with like another shade. For blush, I'm going to be trying out this e.l.f. blush palette. This is in the shade Dark. It comes with 4 shades right here, and I'm just going to use that shade. It's kind of like a darker peach shade. And I'm just going to be using this really old like Bare Minerals brush that I used to really like for blush. Ooh. And I remember people saying that these are really pigmented, so... I did pick up the lighter one too, but I wanted to try out this like orangey color. And if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know I'm extremely heavy-handed with blush, as you can tell. I always like to put like a lot on and then just blend it out with my stippling brush. So yeah, that's super pigmented. Oh, I look like a clown. So now I'm just gonna go over it with my Makeup Academy stippling brush. This is like the best stippling brush I've ever used. I found mine, except it sheds. I found mine at CVS. I think it blends out pretty nice. I feel like this side blended out way more than this one. I'm just gonna clean up my bronzer and contour, and I'm just gonna use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. The only thing I use this for is to clean up my contour because I just don't like it for anything else. Because it leaves like a yellow cast underneath my eyes. So I probably will not be repurchasing this powder at all. So I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute. I'm going to change my camera battery, and when I come back we will try out this highlighter. So the highlighter I'm going to be trying out, I believe came in one of my Boxy Charms. It's called Vintage by Jessica Liebeskin. Not really sure. This is the Rose Quartz and Chocolate Diamond. And this is what they look like. They feel like really nice. Kind of have like that metallic highlight shade. Should I just mix the two? Let's just mix the two. I'm gonna apply it with my Anastasia one. Ooh. When I did that, it made it like really powdery. So I'm just gonna mix the two. It looks really pretty. So it's not super blinding, which I don't really mind because I don't need all my highlighters to just be like, you know, crazy pigmented and like super glowy, but I think this is nice. I'm just gonna go in with like the pinkier one on the apples and then just blend that up. I don't know, this might be a little bit too dark for me. Like I think it's gonna be too dark to put on my nose. So for my nose, I'm just gonna use my Too Faced Candlelight one. I mean, I do think that's a pretty highlighter. I just think I'm a little bit too fair for it because I feel like when I turn, like, when I look straight on, I feel like there's like a little bit of shadow, which is kind of what Becca Opal does to me because it's too dark. But I think the formula is nice. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be trying out, I don't know if I'm going to use all three, but I'm going to be trying out these sleek eyeshadow palettes. I'll show you what they all look like. It's like the way the shadows look are like weird, but when you touch them, it's like creamy. I don't know. So this one right here is called Sunset. But see, I don't know if you can really tell like what I mean by the formula, but the formula just looks really weird. But when you touch them, they feel like buttery. It's just they look weird to me. I don't know. See, look how you see how pigmented that is. It looks like in this palette there's only like one matte shade and it's the black shade right there. But these are like, look at that. That's nuts. And you can also buy Sleek at Ulta right now. I don't know if you can get it in store, but it is online. I'm pretty sure I ordered these palettes though directly from the Sleek website, and it did take a while to get here because I think they are like a UK brand. Okay, so that's the first one. I have no idea what I'm going to do for eyes today. This other one right here, it's like, one thing that sucks about these palettes is they're kind of hard to open, so if you had fake nails, you'd probably break one. This one, which I think might be the one I play with, is called Garden of Eden, and it's just like all greens. There are 3 matte shades in this one. So here are some swatches. Isn't that crazy? I want to try out a mascara that I've heard a lot about, so I don't think I want to wear false lashes, so I don't want to do anything too crazy for the eyes. The last palette I have here is called Acid, and it's like neon. Oh, bam. Oh my gosh, my eye directly goes towards this one. But whenever okay, so when I look at this palette, I'm like, okay, I see that. But then I feel like these 4 shades don't go with these 4 shades, and these 4 shades don't go with these 4 shades. So I'm just kind of confused like what they were thinking when they put these together, but I figured we could try. So the neon ones feel kind of, ooh. I don't know. The neon ones feel really patchy. Yeah, these don't feel as good as the other ones. Ooh. I think neon's probably, yeah, look at that. Like, if you just bought that palette and that was like the only thing that you had from Sleek, you probably would never buy any other eyeshadow palettes. That one just does not seem that good. So I don't think I'm going to be playing with this one. I think I'm going to get into the, this one seems the most wearable. This was the Sunset one. But again, I don't see like an all over like base shade in any of these because all of those are shimmer. And then we have the green one. What should I do? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna mess with those mauve shades. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to do a whole eye look with the Sunset palette. So wish me luck. Again, like I said, there's like no matte shades. I guess I'm just gonna put this one right here all over my eye. I mean, it doesn't look too shimmery, so I'm just gonna build that up. Oh, I guess it is shimmery. Oh well. I mean, it's shimmery, but it's not super shimmery, I guess. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm just gonna go on top of that. And I'm just gonna try to put most of it on the lid and then just blend it into my crease. Well, I guess we're going for all shimmery eye look today, folks. I wonder if they have like an all matte palette. Well, I guess we touched the neon mattes and those were awful, so who knows. But so far these shimmery shades, they blend out really nice. So to deepen that up, oh, so this was a Sonia Kashuk limited edition blending brush. It's like one of my favorites. Now I'm just gonna use my Sigma E25, and I guess I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here. And I'm just gonna try to deepen up the outer V. So I normally like to pat and then like blend over, if that makes sense. I should have made this the lid shade and then use something darker. Oh well. And I'm just gonna go back in with my blending brush and blend that out a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna put this really pretty like cranberry shade like all over the lid. And this is a Luxie 239 brush. I think it came in like an Ipsy bag. I wonder if I should get my brush wet. This eye look does not match on my shirt. So I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that black on the outer V. Just a smidge. Well, it's a good thing that these shadows blend out nicely. I'm just gonna go in with, what shade did we put? Oh, this one and this one. And I'm just gonna put that back into the crease. So I'm just gonna spray my brush with some MAC Fix Plus. And I'm gonna apply that cranberry shade on the lid because I just wanna see with a wet brush like what it looks like. So this shade right there, doesn't really look like it did anything. Well, kind of. I guess I was just expecting it to be, I mean, it made it more pigmented, but not as much as I thought. So I'm gonna work on the lower lash line. I'm just going to mix this shade and this shade together and apply that with this Morphe R41. And I'm just gonna go right on the lower lash line. I think that this obviously isn't just a one and done palette. Like you would definitely need to have an all matte palette and then maybe use this for like your pops of color. But this is definitely, unless you want like a complete shimmery eye look like I just did, which is not something I want every day personally, you definitely need an all matte palette to go with it. But it is nice that these shades blend out really nice. So for eyeliner, I'm going to attempt to do a wing. I haven't done a wing in a hot minute, so this could be a disaster. But I want to try out this Tarteist Aubergine Clay Paint Liner. This was in one of my hauls, and it was really creamy and really pigmented. It's kind of like a brownie red shade. Look at the applicator. It's like really weird. So I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. If I remember right, a little bit goes a long way when I did the swatch. And then I'm going to try out this Kylie Cosmetics angled eyeliner brush. I don't know. Pray for me because I need it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do like a half liner. Like I don't think I'm gonna bring the liner all the way in. I think I'm just gonna focus it kind of like to where my lashes end almost. I'm not a big fan of this brush, that's for sure. I mean, it's kind of good to get the wing, but trying to use this brush to like glide it across, it's like not really working. But it's really good at getting that wing flick. I'm gonna try out this Morphe M250-2 eyeliner brush. Oh god. This looks too big too, but we'll see. Okay, it's not too bad actually. I feel like the eyeliner transferred a little bit. This eyeliner is not, like this one looks like crap, this one looks okay. It's not going over that eyeshadow very well. Looks kind of sloppy. This eye looks okay, but this one looks kind of sloppy. I'm just gonna stop there before I like totally mess it up. I think this is one of those eyeliners that you need to wear with like a matte shadow or even by itself. I don't know, I just feel like it didn't really go over that very well at all. So to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners, I'm just gonna mix these two highlighting shades together again. So I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes real quick, and I have a mascara I want to try. This wing liner on this side looks so bad. So for mascara, I want to try out this Rimmel Lash Accelerator. It says it has a Grow Lash Complex. Lashes look up to 117% longer in 30 days. Interesting. And I got the shade Extreme Black. A lot of people use this as a lower lash mascara, but I want to try it for both. And I actually use I use the Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara for my lower lashes all the time, and I really like it because it doesn't transfer. Look at that wand. Okay, I already know I like this. I really like the wand, and I like that it's like really long. Oh, getting mascara all over my eyelid. I feel like I can never apply mascara nicely. I'm always a mess, but I just try to wait it out and then flick it off with my eyeshadow brush. Okay, so I feel like I wouldn't like this mascara. Okay, so I don't like it by itself. I feel like it did a good job separating and lengthening, but I need something that's going to give me volume, and then put this one on top. So while I wait for that, I'm going to add a little bit of my NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk. So while we let that mascara dry before I put out my lower lash line, and I have to flick it off my eyeshadow. For lips, I'm going to be trying out the Morphe x Ofra lip liner in the shade Vinyl. I don't think I've tried any Morphe lip liners, and this is kind of just like a brick red shade. Ooh, it's really pigmented. Blend it out pretty nice with my finger. I kind of like it. So for lips, I'm going to be trying out, if you watched my Morphe haul video, I had a bunch of these little things, but I've never worn them. This is in the shade Undressed. They're like these really pretty lip paints, and you don't even need a lot. Like, that's probably too much. I think the lip liner and this color go well together. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply some lower lash mascara. I feel like this lip color is really pretty. I don't feel like my makeup, I don't feel like my eyes go with my mouth. I don't know if it's just me, but this mascara is like super messy. Like, I already don't have like any lower lashes to begin with, but yeah, I feel like I just made a huge mess. I don't have a new setting spray to try out, so I think I'm just gonna skip the setting spray for today. So let's go ahead and go over everything that I tried out. So the first thing I tried out was the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer. I have to use this a few times to know if I really like the primer or not, or if it's really doing anything, but I really liked how it just felt like a thick moisturizer, and it didn't feel like silicone like at all. I didn't really notice too much of a glow, but I do have a I am wearing my Tom Ford moisturizer, and it has like a little bit of like a gold glow to it, so I can't really vouch for this if it's illuminating or not, but I really like how it felt on my skin. Then I tried out the Ben Nye concealers. I really like these. Like, I really like these, and I didn't think I would. Next, I tried out the Covergirl Trublend Cream Contour Kit. Love this. This is probably my favorite thing from the entire video. Then I set everything with the Flower Beauty translucent powder. I really like the powder, minus it looked like I was on fire the whole time I was using it. It just went everywhere, but I really liked how my makeup set on top of it, and I feel like it was like super lightweight and it's not going to leave me cakey, hence why I don't feel like I need a setting spray. Then I tried out the CoverGirl Trublend bronzer. I really like this. It has a little bit of sheen to it, so if you don't like anything besides matte bronzers, I would probably skip out on this because I really like it, but I think it would look really nice in the summertime. It would just give you that like extra like glow to your skin. Next, I tried out the e.l.f. blush palette. I use this shade right here. I think it's really pigmented for the price. I think it's a really good deal. You just have to have a really light hand, and in that case, I do not. Next, I swatched and showed you guys these 3 sleek palettes. I thought the shimmer shades were really pigmented as I showed you guys, but I don't know. I just don't see myself reaching for these. And then the matte shades that I did touch were like really powdery and like not pigmented at all. So I'll probably get rid of the one that had the neons in it, which was the acid, because I probably won't ever use that. But I want to try out the one that had all the green in it, which was Garden of Eden. But again, I feel like these palettes, you could only use them for like a pop of color. Like, you're not going to get everything you need out of one palette. Hence why I have a complete 100% shimmer eye going on right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just not something that I would wear every day. Next, we have the Benefit brow products. I really like the Ka-Brow. So I'm not a big fan of the brow brush. I think it's just a little bit too small, but I really like the shade of the pomade, and I think it gave my brows kind of like a natural look, if you will. Love the high brow. I've mentioned that before. And then the brow set. What's this called? Ready Set Brow Clear Brow Gel. I'm not a big fan of this, so I don't know about that. Then I tried out the Vintage Highlighting Palette. I think it's nice. It's not super pigmented, but it gives like a nice, like, healthy glow. Again, I don't know. It's not something that I could see myself like reaching for a lot though, but it is pretty. Next, I have the Morphe x Ofra lip liner in the shade Vinyl. It's really pigmented, but it did blend out really nice, so it's really creamy. But I'd be interested in trying out more of like nude shades, because this is like a really bold lip liner, so if you made a mistake, you're kind of screwed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think concealer would cover up this shade. Then I tried out the Morphe Undressed Cream Lip Polish. I love this. When I swatched these, I already knew I would like them, and I think it's really pretty. It's not sticky or anything. I think it gives you the right amount of gloss without being too glossy, and it's really pigmented. Like, I barely used any, and I really like this shade. Next, we have the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. The 2 people that I heard talk about this being a really good lower lash mascara, I just don't think it really worked for me. It's really watery. Like, not watery, but it's really, I don't know, but it's not dry, and I typically like a drier formula for mascara. This was like really messy on the lower lash line, because like I said, I barely have any lower lashes to begin with, so I need more of a dry formula, because this, I just feel like I made like a huge mess. But it does say that if you use it, it has the Grow Lash Complex, so maybe if I just stick with it, it'll grow my lower lashes. I don't know, but I do like how it lengthened and separated my upper lashes. I just feel like I need to pair it with like a Too Faced Better Than Sex, like something that's going to give me volume, and then put this on top. The last thing that we tried out was the Tarte Clay Paint Liner. Love the color of this, but it was kind of hard to work with. It probably didn't help that I couldn't find the right brush to use with it. So far though, I'm not a big fan. Like, when I put it on the back of my hand and I swatched it in one of my hauls, I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's creamy, it glides on and everything, but it just, like, this wing looks like crap. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know. I feel like I said, this is one of those things I'm gonna have to wear with no eyeshadow, or find a different eyeliner brush, because the 2 brushes I used did not do this product any justice. Okay guys, that completes this full face of first impressions makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried out any of these products or if you have any advice on that Tarte eyeliner, or I don't know what you guys think of those sleek palettes, because so far I'm not a huge fan. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe on your way out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.